Children of Lir. Lir, a powerful Irish chieftain, had married the eldest of three beautiful maidens, and in course of time they had 4 fair children, a daughter and 3 sons. Sad to say, the mother died when they were still very young, and Lir married again. His new wife, who was named Eva, was also very beautiful, but though no one knew it, she was a very wicked sorceress. She could not bear to see her husband go to fondle and play with his children, and at last she determined to do away with them altogether. So one day she enticed them to a lonely spot among the mountains, near a smooth lake, and leaving them to play together, she tried to bribe her servants to put them to death. But they would not, and so she returned to them determined to do the deed herself. Now, when she reached the spot and saw how fair they looked as they ran races about the valley, her heart failed her, and she could not do this wicked thing. But she was determined that they should not return to their father Lir. So she called to her an ancient druid who lived in a cave near that spot, and persuaded him to use his enchantment to obtain her wish. When the druid had advised her what to do, she called the little ones to her and said to them, "Children dear, how warm you are with your running. Come and let me bathe you in Lake Darebreak, that you may be cool and refreshed." The children were delighted to do so, and were soon splashing about in the clear water. But no sooner had the water covered them than by the magic spells of Eva and the druid they were all 4 changed into swans. "Birds shall ye be," chanted the druid from the bank as the change took place, "until long ages hence ye hear the voice of a Christian bell." So the 4 beautiful milk-white swans swam sadly away over the smooth water. And when the cruel Eva saw what she had done, she feared to face her husband and repented bitterly of her evil deed. But it was too late. All she could do was to grant to the birds the use of their native speech, their human reason, and the power of singing plaintive fairy music, so sweet that those who heard it should be soothed and calmed, however sad and angry they had been before. A terrible punishment overtook their wicked persecutor. When the king of that country heard of her cruel deed, he sent for her and asked, "What shape of all others on the earth, or below the earth, or over the earth, do you most abhor?" She replied, "A demon of the air." Then the king pronounced judgment on her, "A demon of the air shalt thou be till the end of time." Meantime, hundreds of years passed away, and still the beautiful swans swam up and down their lake and looked for deliverance. Sometimes they took flight and entered the western sea and sailed around the coast. But all Ireland was in heathen darkness, and never the sound of a Christian bell was heard. The dwellers of those coast lands used to visit the shore in crowds to hear their sweet music and watch their graceful movements. But after a time they were caught by the strong current of Mull, and this drove the fair birds into the stormy seas between Erin and Alba. Here they endured many a woe, for sometimes they were separated from one another by the storm and darkness, and sometimes they were almost frozen to death in the icy floods. And so, tormented by the restless waves and the chill winds of winter, they waited for 300 years. But one soft spring morning, when the ice floes had drifted away and the wind sang gently over the mountains, as they floated along their own Lake Darebreak, they heard the sound of a Christian bell. For St. Patrick had come to Ireland with the glad gospel news, and everywhere men were building churches and hastening to fill them with worshippers. So when the sound of the distant bell floated over the water, the spell was broken, and the children of Lir returned to their own shapes. But they had lived so long that, after they had learnt the Christian faith, they were glad to lie down and rest forever. They were all buried in the selfsame tomb, and after their death men made songs about them, and every Irish boy and girl to this day loves to hear the story of the Swan Children of Lir.
Independent short films are a welcome change from corporate entertainment. These films often press the boundaries of filmmaking, giving you a visual and intellectual experience that you can't get in mainstream stuff. The best place to find short independent films is Appealing TV, available on Roku and Amazon Fire. Find out more at appealingtv.com.
The Ultimate Question is a fully acted and produced audio fantasy story. When a young boy is found on a battlefield, it sets into motion a series of events that will have potentially catastrophic results unless that young boy, now a young man, can solve the puzzle that his mentor left him before he died. The Ultimate Question is available wherever you find podcasts and audiobooks. Visit uqstory.com for more information.
Please visit SchaeferMediaEnterprises.com for more of our projects and services. Thanks for listening.